at night, even watching all the replays.
What's your event? What do you love watching?
I like gymnastics, track and field, but I also enjoy the random sports that are like, I don't even know. I like watching badminton, and I never see it on TV, and obviously that's to do it. So that's why I just love the Olympics.
Back to baseball. You're back. What's been the key since coming off the IL?
I feel good. Obviously just sticking with my approach through it all, and really just not trying to do too much, and it's kind of always the goal for myself, because when you try to do more, it doesn't always happen. So I try to keep it really simple, and it's been working so far.
When you're DHing, I'll watch you in between innings and stuff. Describe your balance of being able to stay so locked in, but like you're very deliberate about all the little things you do along the way.
Yeah, DHing is unique in a way where, usually you have defense to clear your mind or something after an at-bat, right? So DH, all you really have is you're just kind of sitting in the dugout and waiting for your next turn. And, so for me, there's time in there to think and fix some things, and also times you got to understand to not overthink, because that's all you have time to do is think about your at-bat. So there's always a fine line in the DH role, and, hopefully I can fingers feeling better and throwing's getting better, so I'll be able to hopefully impact the game defensively here soon. But just stay loose mentally and physically.
I was going to ask, the situation you have where you have this pad right now, what does it feel like for you hitting with that?
Yeah, so it allows me to feel like I can grip my bat without, without my other fingers hitting my middle finger. So this is kind of a unique thing that me and the trainers came up with, and hopefully I don't have to hit with it for too long, although I may keep it, you know what I mean? So
why not?
See how it goes.
Yeah. Working so far.
Yeah. So it was just one of those things where it allows me to feel like I still have my top hand while feeling good.
And it was working the other day. I'm curious, how do you feel or believe in wins changing a season or momentum?
Yeah, I think that, over these past few games, I feel like, this is the healthiest that we've been in a while with our bullpen and our starting rotation and our lineup. And, obviously that comeback win was huge for the morale and for the momentum. And, we all believe in each other in here. There's still a lot of baseball left. And, we just got to keep on going.
Cody, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always appreciate the time with Cody. Don't forget the 50-50 raffle is having a guaranteed jackpot of $200,000. Fans in Illinois can purchase ticket entries now through the end of the August 7th game at cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning for each game. Coming up, we will hear from hitting coach Justin Kelly. You're listening to The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
And now, two pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Hey, Frank, a little birdie told me you don't need a satellite dish to get DirecTV.
Which little birdie? Was it Jimmy the Sparrow?
It's a figure of speech. Point is, you can stream DirecTV over the internet now.
Oh, sure. Next, you're going to tell me those big birds are made of metal and filled with people, right?
You mean airplanes?
Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Terms and restrictions apply.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's also what a lot of us lack in our basement or garage. By switching to a Navien tankless water heater, not only will you have all the hot water you need whenever you need it, but you'll gain storage area as well. Maybe a place to display your space collectibles.
Highly logical.
Learn about Navient's series of high-efficiency tankless water heaters and how they don't just save space, but save dollars on your utility bills too. For more, go to tanklessmadesimple.com.
It's time now to give you access to the Cubs coaching staff. It's sponsored by Access One, best in the business, managed IT, cybersecurity, and more. Before the game, the media was able to catch up with Dustin Kelly, so a lot of good stuff there. But in this particular case, talking about the future of this Cubs lineup, because, after the trade deadline, there's more clarity. That can be nice for a coaching staff, but what also he expects. So Dustin Kelly, take it away.
I think it's tough sometimes to look too far ahead, right? I mean, I think our guys, they play every day. We have a lot of guys that are in the lineup every single day. So them just getting prepared to go out and play tonight or today, and each day is a different day. So it's when you look at the next 2 months of the season, it's almost like our brain can't even go that far. And I think our hitters are kind of the same way. They're focused on what's happening today. They're going to focus on Kyle Gibson and how are we going to try and beat him today. And then hopefully you stack days on days and those turn into a couple weeks, and then that turns into a good month. And that's where you get on those runs.
When you work with a catcher like Amaya, you take in other considerations of the job itself and how much he has to concentrate on the defensive side and the pitching side to what we can expect from him.
Yeah, we probably have the least amount of access to our catchers just because of the time commitment that they have with other things, whether that's pitchers meetings or catching bullpens or just spending time with the staff. So when you get those short amounts of time, and we get them every day, but it's usually not for an extended period of time. So it's a little bit trickier sometimes to go through some swing changes like we did with Amaya. And that's why, those 3 or 4 days that he had off, it was just kind of like a reset, giving us a chance to really make sure that this was the right move for him, that he was comfortable with it, and we gave him 2 or 3 days to just kind of ride it out.
So far, it has been working. Coming up, we're going to wrap up the Cubs Radio pregame show. You're listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard. Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Christy Pierce-Rampone here, former member of the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team and 3-time gold medalist, 2-time World Cup champion, and part of the 99 team that won the Women's World Cup, igniting passion for soccer everywhere. And like Amazon Prime, I'm a lot of things beyond what I'm best known for. I'm a girl mom to 2 teenagers, a dog mom too, an entrepreneur, a TV commentator, and I use my Prime membership pretty much every day for so many things. I am known for being quick and crafty on the soccer field, and I am definitely crafty at home, especially digging in with the girls' school projects. And I rely on Amazon Prime to have what we need and get it to us with the speed I am used to. With every change of season, I love to decorate our home. And where do I get ideas and the goods? Prime, of course. Not to mention with all the great streaming options, it's a total gold medal experience. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into. That's Amazon.com/Prime.
We are back here on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Who are you banking on? Sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. How about Dansby Swanson on a 4-game hit streak? And after Team USA winning, Dansby, he's got to step it up here too, right? Let's take a break right now and listen into the national anthem being sung by Lauren Hall.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Beautiful there from Lauren Hall, the national anthem. It's sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. All right, around baseball, it's sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. One game going on right now, top of the 4th, Yankees, Toronto, and New York beating the Blue Jays 4-1. And just want to mention that right after this game, the next one up, it will be the Brewers. They are at Nationals. That game starting at 3:05. Pitching matchups about to start here. It's sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. You've got Tyone, you've got Gibson. Tyone, 18 starts on the season, a 3.35 ERA. He's given up 8 home runs in his last 8 starts. It was 2 in the last one, so hoping to change that here today. Gibson didn't have a strikeout in his last start. The last time that happened, May 3rd, 2023. He has a 3.97 ERA on the season since the break, 2.31. We're about to take a break here because we have Cubs baseball. When we come back, you're going to hear from the Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Zach Zaman. I'll see you for the postgame show. Thanks for listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navient's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, Your place, home, apartment, or condo. Your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back in the stands, that run is gone. A game-winning home run, can you believe it? This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Sigler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with Zach Zaidman, pinch hitting for Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Elise Menaker is working alongside. We thank you for joining us. It's a sunny, hazy, warm Saturday afternoon. The Cubs have won the first 2 in the series, rallying on Thursday night with 3 in the 9th inning for a dramatic 5-4 win. Yesterday, they built up an early 5-0 lead and held on to win 6-3. Today, a couple of veteran right-handers are working for their respective teams. Jamison Tyone for the Cubs and Kyle Gibson starting for St. Louis. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Leading off for the visitors from Missouri, it'll be Mason Wynn at shortstop. Alec Burleson at first base. Former Cub Wilson Contreras catching. Paul Goldschmidt is the cleanup hitter for the Cardinals. Goldschmidt today performing as the designated hitter. Brendan Donovan in left. Nolan Arenado at third base. Batting seventh and playing second base, Nolan Gorman. Tommy Pham is the right fielder, and batting ninth and playing in center field, Michael Ciani. The Cubs take the field defensively. We'll be back to give you the Cubs lineup and get this ball game underway. Cubs have won 3 in a row in 5 of their last 7. Today's game coming your way right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
And now, 2 pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Hey, Frank, a little birdie told me you don't need a satellite dish to get DirecTV.
Which little birdie? Was it Jimmy the Sparrow?
It's a figure of speech. Point is, you can stream DirecTV over the internet now.
Oh, sure. Next, you're going to tell me those big birds are made of metal and filled with people, right?
You mean airplanes?
Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Terms and restrictions apply.
Here's the Cubs lineup today as they are on the field defensively. The batting order looks like this. Ian Happ in left. Michael Busch at first base. Seiya Suzuki batting third and playing in right field. Cody Bellinger, the Cubs cleanup man. He will also be the DH today. Isaac Paredes at third base. Batting sixth and playing second base, Nico Horner. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Pete Crow Armstrong in the number 8 spot in center, and Miguel Amaya catching and batting ninth. Big crowd on hand, fans still filing in. We've had 2 sellouts I have no doubt we'll have another one today and again tomorrow night in the series finale. Cardinals wearing their road uniforms, the powder blue shirts and trousers with red helmets, red numbers, and red shoes. Jamison Tyone ready to go. Here comes the first pitch of the game. Mason Wynn hits a drive to center. It is playable for Crow Armstrong. One pitch, one away. And Zach, nice to be working with you. Ron Coomer has the day off. What are some of the numbers that you've noticed about Jamison Tyone?
Well, JMO's making his 19th start today for the Cubs. He's 7-6 with a 3.35 ERA. The last one did not go well. His worst of the season, Monday in Cincinnati, a loss. Allowed a season-high 6 runs on 6 hits.
Alec Burleson leads it off, and he'll take outside for a ball.
But Tyone has been lights out at home, Pat, a 2.68 ERA in 9 starts at Wrigley Field this season.
Burleson 0 for 4 yesterday. A big left-handed batter with some power. He'll take an off-speed pitch down low. Nice warm summer day. 86 degrees at game time. Game time temp sponsored by Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Fastball is in there for a strike. 2-1 on Alec Burleson. Burleson's average 278. Wearing red batting gloves on either hand. Tyone's 2-1. Off-speed pitch and a beauty in there for a call, strike 2. Tyone has pitched well against St. Louis in his career. He's made 15 starts against the Redbirds. And now the 2-2 on the way. Fly ball, right field and deep. This is trouble. Back toward the wall is Suzuki at the fence. Leaping, and that ball is in the basket for a home run. No, it's ruled to have been off the top of the fence, apparently, by first base umpire Clint Vondrack. I thought I saw it land in the basket and come back out. The Cardinals might be hoping for a replay of that one. Did I see it wrong, Zach?
I'm looking at the replay right now, and Pat, I think you saw it right. I think it hit inside the basket and then bounced out, and the umpires are going to take a second look here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be called a home run.
The field is at the ball.
With Alec Burleson.
This is a clear change
Suzuki
review.
went back, made a leap and try. The wall at that point is about 11.5 feet high. The basket angles up from the top of the fence, and anything in the basket is a home run. We're watching it again. The wind is actually blowing toward left today.
The call on the field is overturned. It was a home run.
And we're going to watch it. Here it is. It is a home run. That's the way we saw it, and that's the way it is confirmed. Managers' challenges and instant replays, whenever they take place, they always take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. 1-0 Cardinals in the first inning. And here's Wilson Contreras.
And if Jamison Tyone has had an issue lately, it's been the home run ball. He's allowed now 9 home runs in his last 9 starts, including today.
Contreras hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Takes ball 1.
This is 369 feet.
That ball was fair by about 50 feet and just did land in the basket and straightaway right. Deep drive to left off the bat of Contreras. On the track is Happ making the catch. With the wind blowing toward left, you got to pause on every ball hit in the air to that direction today, Zach.
Yeah, the wind has been changing patterns all throughout the afternoon. As you mentioned, right now, it's blowing toward left. Earlier, it was blowing from left to right. So it might be one of those afternoons where it swirls a little bit. So we'll have to monitor it.
Tyone lifetime 6-2 against these Redbirds. Paul Goldschmidt will take a strike. Continuing with the uniforms, the Cardinals wearing the powder blue, the same uniforms they were wearing in the Rhine-Sandberg game back in 1984, by the way. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Cubs in their home whites. White shirts and trousers, blue pinstripes all over, blue hats. They'll wear blue helmets while batting. Blue numbers, sleeves, and socks. Uniform descriptions. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies blue, Wrigley Field green, or marquee red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Goldschmidt takes strike 3 call. But the Cardinals score first on the home run by Alec Burleson. After a half, St. Louis won. Cubs coming up. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navient's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
The first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Pat and Zach, it's time for the Cubs to get on the board.
Thanks to Elise Menaker. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Ian Happ will take a strike. Cubs leadoff man is always brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Ian gets a base hit, Benny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Zach, what are some of the numbers regarding Kyle Gibson's year?
He's making his 21st start. The right-hander is 7-4 with a 3.97 ERA. His last start, a loss a week ago against Washington. 2 earned runs allowed on 6 hits in 5 innings of work, but he walked 3.
He's a big, tall right-hander. He's a veteran, age 36. Here comes the 2-1 to Happ. Taken high for a ball. He's a Midwesterner, born in Greenfield, Indiana, went to the University of Missouri. He's been pretty durable. 7-4 this season. Here's the 3-1. Happ will take down low. That's ball 4. It is the leadoff walk. Cubs are down by a run. Here's Michael Busch.
And Pat, you know what that means. Walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Well, that commercial always reminds me of Ron Coomer. It's one of his personal favorites. As Michael Busch will take a fastball strike. But Ronnie is enjoying the day off. He's fine. He's healthy. Just needed to take a little breather. Now, rumor has it that he was seen headed to Des Moines for the Iowa State Fair. Here comes the 0-1, taken down low for a ball. He just wanted to get up and personal with that steak de Burgo that we talk about.
Yeah, that, the butter cow. There's so much to do at the Iowa State Fair.
Actually, the fair doesn't begin for 5 days. Ron wanted to make sure he wasn't late. Here's a pitch swung on and missed, and the count 1-2 on Michael Busch. Busch had a home run yesterday. Not too many empty seats as we look around. Mainly Cubby blue, a lot of white shirts, and yes, some Cardinal red mixed in. I would say in the 2 to 3% neighborhood. About the same percentage of blue that we see over at Busch Stadium when the Cubs are the visiting team against St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. It's
Beautiful.
never empty when these two teams meet. That's for sure.
Rarely empty. Cardinals got a run on Alec Burleson's 19th home run in the top of the first. Here is the throw to first. Gibson seems very preoccupied with Ian Happ over at first base. We've seen Gibson twice this season. He has a win and a no decision. He beat the Cubs on June 14 here at Wrigley. Busch takes low and inside, the count 2-2. That was a 3-0 final. He worked very well that day. 7 innings of shutout ball, gave up only 2 hits. That was his first career win against the Cubs and his first career win ever here at Wrigley. He's done some traveling in his career, Kyle Gibson. Swinging a foul by Busch at the plate. Good rip. And then the last time we saw him, Zach, was right before the All-Star break in St. Louis. He worked only 4 innings, left trailing the game. But St. Louis would rally to take him off the hook. Instead of a loss, he had a no decision. But he only worked 4 innings. As Busch drives one in the air to right field. Going back is Pham. Pham near the wall. That ball is gone. 2-run homer, Michael Busch. I had to wait because the wind is blowing the other way, but he got all of that one. Second day in a row, a towering home run for Michael Busch, and the Cubs lead 2-1.
395 feet into the right field bleachers here at Wrigley, and he hit it hard. Exit velocity 108 miles per hour. Busch has 2 hits in this series, Pat. Both of them impactful home runs.
One landed about 4 rows deep over near the 368 sign in right center. Here is Seiya Suzuki taking high. Seiya's been one of the hottest hitters on the team over the last 12 games, hitting .340 during that stretch. Still nobody out. 2 runs in the bank. Suzuki a check swing foul. Cubs yesterday built up the big lead with 5 in the second inning. Game 3 of a 4-game series. A lot of excitement. Whenever these two teams play, either city. Suzuki will take a strike, and the count now 1-2.
Seiya has been red hot over his last 7 games, hitting nearly .360 with a couple of home runs and 6 RBIs.
Now Kyle Gibson, the tall right-hander, comes back 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 call. Suzuki thought it was either high or inside. Take a look, Zach. What do you see?
Looked like it was above the top of the zone, so Seiya had a good argument, but strike 3 called by Mark Wegner.
You're very kind. That was definitely above the zone. It should have been a ball. 1 down. Here is Cody Bellinger. Nice to see Cody back in the Cubs lineup. Hitting .280. Bellinger takes outside for a ball. Cody 1 for 4 in this series so far. Let me correct that. He's 3 for 8 in the 2 games. And the pitch on the way, and Bellinger will take outside.
Yeah, Bellinger has been a huge catalyst during this 3-game winning streak for the Cubs.
Cubs lead 2-1, bottom of the first inning. Gibson ready for the 2-0 pitch. Bellinger hits a ground ball foul toward the Cardinals' first base dugout.
Pat, in 4 games since coming off the injured list with that broken left middle finger, Cody Bellinger is 8 for 17, so he's hitting about .470, a couple of home runs and 5 RBIs.
Cody wearing the blue batting gloves on either hand. Gibson always works from the stretch. The big right-hander coming back 2-1, and Bellinger pops it up on the infield right side to Gorman. Gorman, the second baseman, makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Cubs lead by a run, each team with a homer here in the first inning. And Isaac Paredes ready to step in. Mentioned Gibson's been durable. He has now logged 10 seasons in his career with 20 or more starts. That's the most in the big leagues currently. And now Isaac Paredes will take the first pitch outside for a ball. Isaac hitting .240 with 16 home runs. Here comes the 1-0. Lines one toward left. Donovan going back. Donovan makes the catch. And that ends the inning. He was near the warning track. Paredes lined it hard, but straight to the left fielder. Well, the Cubs answer back with 2 runs on the homer by Michael Busch. We go to the second inning. Cubs 2, St. Louis 1. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Oops. Ever had your singing lessons cut short by icy water?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Say goodbye to those cold notes with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll hit all the right notes without the surprise chill. So keep singing and let Navien keep the hot water flowing. And get ready for the encore when you get your utility bill.
La 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 la.
Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
The second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free. Pat?
Very good, Elise. Second inning. Cubs lead 2-1. Brendan Donovan, left-handed batting left fielder, first up. Took outside from Tyone. Next pitch, looped into shallow center. Racing in, Pro Armstrong makes the catch. 1 down, second inning. Cubs lead by a run, and the batter, Nolan Arenado.
Tyone throwing an 85-mile-per-hour cutter that broke the bat of Donovan. The speed gun, powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Arenado, right-handed batter with just 11 home runs. There were years when he was playing with Colorado and even in his first few years with St. Louis that by this time he'd be right around 30 home runs. Here comes the 0-1. Arenado takes just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. His RBIs are down as well. 46. 263 average. Still very solid defensively at third. The 1-1. Fastball is up high. Ball 2. 2-1. I think he has to be included in the discussion, Zach, of the greatest defensive third baseman who have ever lived. Here comes the 2-1. Arenado lines one toward left. Happ racing over toward the line. Makes a diving catch. Beautiful play by Ian Happ. Angling in and over toward the left field line. Dove and made an excellent diving catch and landed on his belly. 2 down.
That play showcasing all of Ian's athleticism, running full bore, angling toward the line, full extension, and making a backhanded diving catch. Excellent play by Ian.
Here's Nolan Gorman batting, taking outside. Cubs lead by a run. Ian has always had big days against the Cardinals, and it goes back to his first few days in the big leagues. He broke in over in St. Louis and homered. Here's a deep drive to center. This is trouble. Back is Carl Armstrong at the wall. Makes the catch. Right in front of the 400-foot sign. Gorman looks a little stunned at first. He thought he had a home run. The wind blowing in ever so slightly, and I think the breeze cost him a home run on that ball. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Cubs 2, Cardinals 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
And now, 2 pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
DirecTV gives you access to apps like Netflix and live sports right next to each other.
I don't get it.
Let me put it in pigeon terms. It's like that one amazing dumpster with the old fruits and cardboard all in one place.
How am I supposed to keep up with illustrative metaphors when you are making me so hungry?
Get live TV and streaming apps together without a satellite. Requires Gemini device and additional paid subscriptions to watch Netflix and other third-party apps. Terms and restrictions apply.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The Budweiser Concert Series at Gallagher Way is back this month with Nico Moon on August 9th and Mr. Wives on August 10th. Visit GallagherWay.com for tickets starting at just $20.
At least, thank you. Nico Horner leads off this second inning and takes a strike from Kyle Gibson. Cubs leading 2-1. Nico hits a ground ball toward the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Nico with a leadoff single, sharp ground ball between the shortstop Wynn and the second base bag. We've only seen Mason Wynn play this season, but already, Zach, he's impressed us with his range. He's quick.
Yeah, very athletic. The next in a long line of great St. Louis shortstops over the years. How about Nico beginning to heat up again? He now has a 7-game hitting streak after that single.
Let's see if this base hit starts a rally as Dansby Swanson checks in. Dansby takes a fastball strike. The umpires today, Mark Wegner calling balls and strikes. He's also the crew chief. Clint Vondrak at first. Jeremy Rayhack at second. Third base umpire Bruce Dreckman. The 0-1 to Swanson, fastball strike on the outside edge. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Toss to first, Horner back in. Horner always a threat to run. Burleson holding the runner at first. And now Gibson ready for the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Swanson is out number 1. I'm wondering, Zach, if with the comeback that stolen bases are kind of making around baseball, and we've seen Nico Horner and Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete's 21 out of 21. I wonder if we'll also see the return of pitch outs. something that was very common back in the day, but you almost never see a pitch out anymore from a pitcher to a catcher about 2 feet off the outside corner. Pete Crow Armstrong bunts it foul, 0-1.
I think you're going to start to see it more, especially with guys like Pete Crow Armstrong when he's on base. Because, like Nico, he's got the green light every time he's on.
And you'd be more likely to call it for guys who throw a lot of strikes, who don't walk a lot of hitters, guys who could afford to fall behind 1-0 with a pitch out. Here comes the 0-1. Hit foul off to the left out of play, 0-2.
And I'm not sure Gibson's one of those guys. He's a veteran, but he likes to work the edges of the plate. He doesn't have a lot of hard stuff, so if he's forced to throw strikes and you can sit on those pitches, he's going to be in trouble.
Cubs lead 2-1 second inning. Crow Armstrong lays off some high heat. The first inning was sponsored by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Crow Armstrong lines one into the right field corner. That ball's going to be in there for a base hit. Up against the wall. Corner racing around third. He's going to try to score. Armstrong to third with a triple. Pete Crow Armstrong, a 3-base hit. Cubs lead 3-1.
There are few things that are more fun than watching Pete Crow Armstrong run the bases, especially when you know it's going to be a triple. That ball was smoked, a one-hopper into the corner off the ivy. Crow Armstrong gets to third base standing up.
Nico Horner, he's also a treat to watch run the bases. Miguel Amaya, the batter, infield in, a man at third. Cubs lead 3-1. Amaya bunts. Crow Armstrong's going to try to score and does. The throw to first in time. A squeeze bunt. And the Cubs lead 4-1. Pete Crow Armstrong had a big jump down the line at third. The ball butted right back to the pitcher. But Amaya did the right thing, Zach. You just put the ball into fair territory and take your chances.
Kyle Gibson, the pitcher who fielded that ball, didn't even attempt to go home because by the time he picked up the ball, Crow Armstrong was already sliding headfirst across home plate. Excellent execution by the Cubs, taking advantage of Pete Crow Armstrong's speed, and another run on the board.
Cubs lead 4-1. We're in the second inning. And Ian Happ waiting for the pitch from Kyle Gibson. Swings and fouls it at the plate. Nice base running by Horner on the triple by Crow Armstrong on the previous play. I saw the replay. Nico saw that it was going to be in, and I love to watch him cut those bases really tightly as he speeds around the bases. Nice base coaching by Willie Harris at third. The 0-1 to Happ is inside. It's 1-1.
And Pat bunts by Cubs batters are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lisle showrooms.
And when you're a guy like Crow Armstrong, you've got to be careful sometimes because of your own speed. If you're not careful, you'll be trying to take an extra base, and your teammate's going to be at that extra base. You got to be careful, and he did. He made sure that Nico was heading home before he went to third.
What we're learning early on in Pete Crow Armstrong's career, again, he's only 22 years old. We can't lose sight of that, is for some of the issues that he may have at the plate. He is an elite base runner right now at the major league level.
Very alert. The 1-2 to Ian Happ. Ian had a base on balls and was along for the ride on the home run by Michael Busch. So the rookie's coming up very big. Michael Busch, a 2-run homer in the first. Pete Crow Armstrong, an RBI triple, and scores on a squeeze bunt here in the second. And now the 1-2 on the way to Ian Happ. Fastball is high. That's similar to yesterday, building up that early lead. Yesterday it was 5-0 by the second, and they led the rest of the day. Now the 2-2. Happ swings and misses, strike three. But another prosperous inning for the Chicago Cubs. 2 runs, 2 hits, none left. At the end of 2, Cubs 4, Cardinals 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's also what a lot of us lack in our basement or garage. By switching to a Navien tankless water heater, not only will you have all the hot water you need whenever you need it, but you'll gain storage area as well. Maybe a place to display your space collectibles. Highly logical. Learn about Navien's series of high-efficiency tankless water heaters and how they don't just save space, but save dollars on your utility bills too. For more, go to tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
A reminder that double plays turned by the Cubs are sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Tommy Pham leads off the top half of the third inning for the Cardinals, and he looks at a strike on the inside corner from Jameson Taillon. A lot of action early this afternoon. The Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis. Pham, a lifetime .364 hitter against Taillon, who deals the pitch low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Michael Busch, a 2-run home run in the first for the Cubs. And then the bottom of the order producing big for the Cubs in the second. Pete Crow Armstrong with an RBI triple. The pitch to Pham is just outside. 2-1 the count. Taillon missing with a cutter. And then Miguel Amaya, an excellent bunt with Crow Armstrong at third as he scored the 2-1. Pham takes a strike on the outside corner. It looked like the same pitch that was thrown before. 2-2 the count. Pham, a right-handed batter, hits out of an extreme crouch. The pitch. Dribbled foul off to the right. Count remains 2-2. This is game 3 of a 4-game set between the Cubs and Cardinals. Cubs have taken the first 2 games of the series. Taillon works on the first base side of the rubber. He peers in. Gets the sign from Amaya, acknowledges and deals. And it's hit foul at the plate by Pham, 2-2.
A little bit of an emergency hack by the Cardinal outfielder.
Taillon is ready. Here is the pitch. And that's bounced in the dirt, a full count.
The innings after your team has scored for you, pitchers will tell you, very, very important to keep the momentum on your side. So Taillon would love to put a 0 on the board in this third inning.
Now the payoff pitch. Pham swings, and it's a pop fly, shallow right, coming in Suzuki. And he has the ball go off of his glove, and Pham ends up at second base. A triumvirate of Cubs were in the area. Busch drifted back. Horner was coming in from the second base position, and Suzuki was playing deep right. He was racing in, and he wasn't sure if he should dive, and at the last second, just kind of reached out instead of diving, and the ball hit off the glove, and Pham gets a double.
I thought Nico Horner had the best angle on it as he was racing over toward the right field line, but apparently he thought he was called off by Suzuki, so Nico bailed out. Suzuki could not make the play. No error.
Michael Ciani at the plate and looks at a ball low.
No error, but that really is a ball that has to be caught. It was in the air a long time.
Pham at second. Ciani waits for the 1-0. Here it comes. Called strike on the outside corner. Taillon going with a fastball.
That Cubs baseball brought to you by Grainger. The Cubs count on Grainger's help to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the products you need, call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger.
The 1-1. Another called strike. Change up. Right on the outside edge, 1-2.
Grainger is an official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field.
Pham at second, no one out. Here in the top of the third, the pitch. That's outside. 2-2. Taillon missing with a breaking ball. Ciani, the number 9 hitter in the Cardinals order. He's riding a 12-game hitting streak. The batting average at 260. He's got 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Open stance and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the fastball, 1 away.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers today, Zach. Sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
So Pham at second, 1 down, Pat, here in the top of the third. And the batter is Mason Wynn, who flied out to center to lead off the game. Pickoff play at second, a bluff throw by Taillon. There was no Cub infielder anywhere near the bag.
As we've heard Elise Menaker updating today's out-of-town scoreboard, I'm reminded of what happened in Cincinnati last night.
The pitch to Wynn is in there for a strike, a cut fastball. A no-hitter by Blake Snell in Cincinnati last night.
Blake Snell, a no-hitter at the Great American Ballpark. 3rd no-hitter this season.
Now the 0-1. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Dylan Cease of San Diego just pitched one about 10 days ago on the 25th of July. The other one way back early in the season, Ronel Blanco, which is a great name for a guy pitching a no-hitter, by the way. Blanco for Houston against Toronto, April 1st.
The pitch to Wynn on the outside corner for a strike, a slider by Taillon, 1-2.
And that's not really a no-hitter park, the Great American Ballpark. Very much a hitter's park, especially, Zach, where we are right now, the middle of the summertime.
The 1-2 in the dirt. Caught on a hop by the catcher, Amaya. Pham stays at second base, 2-2 the count on Wynn.
I could see a no-hitter pitch there on April the 25th, as Jake Arrieta did, I think it was April 22nd in 2016. But that's a great hitter's park. An amazing accomplishment for Blake Snell.
Taillon sets at the belt, kicks and fires. Line foul out of play off to the right by Wynn. Count remains 2-2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Taillon delivers the 2-2. Wynn chops one to short. Fielded on a knee-high hop by Swanson. The running throw to first in time to get the speedy Wynn, 2 away. Advancing to third on the play, Pham.
Wynn can get down the line in a hurry. If you're an infielder, you just cannot take any extra time whatsoever. Swanson hustled in, grabbed it, made the quick running sidearm throw to first. That's the only way he can make that play. Dansby's fun to watch. He really is. Great footwork. Always ready to make the throw whenever he touches the ball.
Yeah, so smooth. Alec Burleson at the plate, and he looks at the ball low. 1-0 the count. The Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals with 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And a man at third in Tommy Pham. Burleson homered into the basket in the well in right his first time up. The pitch. Check swing and a pitch low and outside. No swing on appeal, says Bruce Streckman, the third base umpire. So the count now 2-0. Yeah, Dansby was a little busy this morning. We didn't see him in the clubhouse. He was watching some Olympic soccer action. His wife Mallory and the U.S. women's squad, a winner over Japan, as Burleson bounces one foul off to the right, 2-1.
Mallory scored a couple of goals in a game against Zambia earlier this week. Did she score any earlier today, Zach, to your knowledge?
Dennis Rodman's daughter actually scored the goal for Team USA today.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 2-1. Burleson grounds one to first. Backing up and fielding it is Bush. Underhand toss to Tyone covering the bag. And that is out number 3. Pham stranded at third. Middle 3 here at Wrigley. Cubs 4, St. Louis 1 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Wow, honey, have you seen the electric bill?
Yeah, it's out of control. But have you heard of Navien tankless water heaters?
Tankless? How does that even work?
Well, instead of constantly heating and storing water, it only heats water when we need it. So much more efficient than our giant tank heater.
That sounds great. Let's look into Navien.
Already on it.
Imagine all the hot water you need only when you need it. Bulky tanks are history. Navien high-efficiency tankless is the future. Compact, wall-hung units free up floor space, lower energy bills, longer life than tanks, and a 15-year warranty. Find out more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Michael Bush is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Bush leads off the bottom half of the third inning for the Cubs, who have a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals. Bush, one of the big reasons why he had a 2-run home run in the last of the first to put the Cubs ahead after the Cardinals initially took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first on a home run by Alec Burleson. Kyle Gibson, the veteran right-hander, kicks and delivers. And Bush looks at a ball low, 1-0 the count. The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Bush waits for the 1-0. Here it comes. That's low again, 2-0 the count now on the Cubs first baseman. Bush now with 15 home runs on the season. Left-handed batter hits out of a crouch. The right-hander Gibson works from the stretch, rocks back and delivers the 2-0. And a hard-hit ground ball smothered to his left by the second baseman Gorman, who gets up and throws to first. Bush is retired, 1 away.
Pretty good play by Gorman, sliding on one knee, and then had the short toss to first to complete the out. Seeing some good defense today by both teams, Zach and Elise.
So here's Seiya Suzuki, who's 0 for 1, caught looking in the first. Powerful right-handed batter, hits out of a crouch, extends the hands high over home plate. The pitch. Ground ball hit on the left side, fielded in the hole by Wynn, the shortstop. His throw to first in time, 2 away. Yes, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
Fine.
Right?
Let's do it.
We've got Elise here. We've got Paul Zarang, the maestro, our engineer, is back in the booth. The Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Pat, do you want to go first?
Sure.
As Cody Bellinger stands in. Gibson works his motion and the pitch. Bellinger looks at a ball outside, 1-0.
I'm going to guess 38,583. I like to make my guesses palindromic. I think you probably knew that, Zach.
I'm well aware. I think the listening audience is as well. Here comes the 1-0 to Belly. He swings and drills one deep down the right field line, but hooking foul out of play. It did not have home run distance. So the count now 1-1. I'm going to go 39,500. As Bellinger waits for the 1-1 delivery from Gibson. Slow-moving chopper back to the mound, fielded by Gibson. Sidearm throw to first in time to get Bellinger, and the Cubs go down in order in inning number 3. We head to the 4th. The Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Justin Steele here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
And now, two pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
DirecTV gives you access to apps like Netflix and live sports right next to each other. I don't get it. Let me put it in pigeon terms. It's like that one amazing dumpster with the old fruits and cardboard all in one place.
How am I supposed to keep up with illustrative metaphors when you are making me so hungry?
Get live TV and streaming apps together without a satellite. Requires Gemini device and additional paid subscriptions to watch Netflix and other third-party apps. Terms and restrictions apply.
At Lowe's, save big every day. Right now, get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of Metabo HPT nails. And there's more. Save 10% on select shingles when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. In a game that's in the top of the 7th, Yankees, Toronto, New York up 6-3. You got a home run from Vlad Guerrero Jr., Aaron Judge, Trent Grisham, Anthony Volpe, and the Blue Jays just made it 6-3 on Alejandro Kirk single.
A lot of action there, Elise. Thank you. Wilson Contreras at the plate here in the top half of the 4th inning. He looks at a ball low, so the count now 2-0 on the former Cub catcher, who flat out to left in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals. Game 3 of a 4-game set this weekend. Jamison Tyone deals, and a bouncing ball hit to third. It's foul. Right along the edge of the line. So 2-1 now on Contreras. So yeah, we were playing the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. You gave your guess, Pat. I gave my guess. Now we got to go to the second row and find out what Elise is going to go with. Here's the 2-1. Contreras bounces it foul into the Cubs dugout along the third baseline, 2-2.
I might have to go in between you guys. What if I do like 38,797? Because I was thinking 38 to begin with. I have never won once, so Paul, I'm not sure you should base your guess off of mine.
You've never won?
No. I appreciate the confidence in me, Pat, but
if I had my guess to still make, and I've already made it, I kind of pulling for Elise. I'll guess there are 12 people here today.
Price is right.
Here's the payoff pitch to Contreras. He fouls that out of play off to the right. They'll do it again. Elise is never quite decisive with her guess. Ever.
No,
She's always
I have
second-guessing
no
her initial
confidence
guess.
at this game. I need to build it up. Paul's going with 39,222.
All right, so all the guesses are in. Good luck to everyone in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The 3-2. Contreras hits a pop fly, right field, angling toward the line. Seiya, and he's got it for out number 1. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals, and it'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt, who is the DH this afternoon for St. Louis.
Cubs baseball today, Zach, brought to you by Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat. We thank them for being the official coffee sponsors.
Goldschmidt swings and misses at a cutter off the outside from Tyone, 0-1.
They have been generous enough to provide us with great samples of their coffees. Big Cat Blend, Electric Avenue, Positive Vibes, just to name a few.
Pitch inside, 1-1.
You can now buy Stella Blue Coffee at Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, Metro Market, or you can order at StellaBlueCoffee.com or Amazon Prime.
Goldschmidt takes a ball low and outside. It's now 2-1.
Time to take back your morning. Stella Blue Coffee.
I had the positive vibes this morning.
Did you?
Give me a little bit of an extra jolt. It's the light roast. Now the 2-1. And that floats in there for a strike, a slider from Tyone, 2-2. Goldschmidt caught looking in the first. He's 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup and the pitch. Fouled out of play off to the right second deck by Goldschmidt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis. Cubs scoring twice in the first and twice in the second. Michael Busch, a 2-run shot, PCA, an RBI triple. Miguel Amaya knocking in a run with a bunt. Here's the 2-2. That pitch is in the dirt. Check swing. Did he go on appeal? No, says Clint Vondrak, the first base umpire. So a full count with Goldschmidt at the plate. Goldschmidt rocks the bat back and forth above the right shoulder. Tyone works his motion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a cut fastball. 2 away.
Strikeout number 2 for Tyone today. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
Brendan Donovan stands in with 2 down here in the top of the fourth, and the Cubs up by 3. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Donovan is 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Looking at Tyone's numbers for the year, Zach and Elise, he's been a strike thrower, walking very few men, 22 in 107 innings of work. And the home run he gave up only the 15th all year. So if you keep the ball in the park and you don't walk very many guys, you're going to be a pretty effective big league pitcher. And that's what he's been.
2 down, Donovan at first, Nolan Arenado at the plate. And Arenado looks at a ball low and outside, 1-0 the count. Arenado was robbed of a hit in the second inning. A diving backhand grab by Ian Happ in left, angling toward the line. The pitch. Low and inside, 2-0.
And Pat, to go off what you were saying about Tyone, he always talks about liking to get ahead here, a rare case where he's fallen behind 2-0 to Arenado, but a good hitter. And a lead, that always helps him because he wants to be around the zone. So I think the Cubs scoring a few here also helps the mindset.
The 2-0 delivery, Arenado lines one into right field for a base hit, stopping at second base, Donovan. So St. Louis with a little bit of a 2-out rally here. Back-to-back singles by Donovan and Arenado. It'll bring up the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
That wasn't a bad pitch. It was away from him. Arenado went with it and singled into right. There was a time when Arenado was hitting 40 homers a year. On 2-0 pitches, he was looking to pull those balls and not go the opposite way.
He's a little older now. This is season number 12 for Arenado. Time called. There's a meeting on the mound between Tyone, Amaya, and shortstop Dansby Swanson. 2 on, 2 out for the Cardinals here in the top half of the fourth inning. The Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis. Gorman flat out to deep center in his first at-bat.
Still 86 degrees at Wrigley. It's a tough day to pitch.
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. Right now, the wind pattern blowing from right to left. As Gorman stands in, left-handed batter, and now we have a balk called.
Yep, third base umpire Bruce Dreckman calling the balk. No real argument from either Tyone or Craig Counsell. So now men at second and third.
With 2 away and Gorman at the plate. Hitting at 201 on the year, but he's got excellent power. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
Judging by the gesture that Dreckman made, I think Tyone may have started his motion and then interrupted himself in mid-motion, and you can't do that.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of started and then stopped.
Yeah.
Now the 0-1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorman with 19 home runs, 50 RBIs for the Cardinals. Donovan at third, Arenado at second, 2 away. Tyone deals. Low again, 2-1. Cubs up by 3, a 4-1 lead over St. Louis. As JMO tries to get the Cubs out of this mini jam. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Took something off. Nice breaking ball. Well, do you go back to something off speed? Do you try to get him to chase a high hard one?
Time called by Gorman. Tyone has 6 different pitches in his menu.
The fans sensing the importance of this moment right here with men at second and third, Zach.
Tyone is ready. He puts the ball in the glove. Men at second and third with 2 away. Here comes the 2-2. Gorman hits one in the air. Shallow center, drifting back the shortstop Swanson. He's under it, and he's got it for out number 3 as the Cardinals leave 2. Middle 4. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals 1 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
La 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 la. La, 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 la.
Oops. Ever had your singing lessons cut short by icy water?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Say goodbye to those cold notes with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll hit all the right notes without the surprise chill. So keep singing and let Navien keep the hot water flowing. And get ready for the encore when you get your utility bill.
La, 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 la.
Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
League leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. How about this? Bobby Witt Jr. leading the league with a .348 batting average. Yes, I still care about batting average. And just get this, his on-base .396, slugging .600, and a .996 OPS. I just had Quan behind him .332, but come on, Bobby Witt. I just had to read his line. I mean, that good.
Yeah, we saw him last weekend. Just a remarkable season taking place for Bobby Witt Jr. and the Kansas City Royals. He socked Paredes at the plate. Kyle Gibson on the mound, and the pitch is lined down the left field line and hooking foul out of play. 0-2 the count on Paredes.
And he's a pretty good defensive player,
Very
too.
good.
He runs. He steals bases. He's a good guy from what I've understood from just about everybody.
Same.
Certainly one of the best players in baseball today, Bobby Witt Jr.
4-1 Cubs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Paredes waits for the 0-2 delivery, and here it comes from Gibson. He swings and misses way out in front of a slider off the outside. One away. So here's Nico Horner, who singled and scored a run in the second. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals. Nico, right-handed batter, stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch. Gibson sets, steps back, kicks, and fires. A ground ball off the mound. Racing in and unable to barehand it is the second baseman, Gorman. Safe at first is Nico. That was a hot smash off the front slope of the mound. I'm not sure if it got a piece of Gibson, but that slowed down the trajectory of the ball, and Gorman, who was playing back, had to race in and could not barehand the ball and make the play. Nico is so fast hustling up that first base line.
Almost looked to me like it hit Gibson in the glove, but he couldn't grab it. It was hit so quickly, and he couldn't react that fast. It then rolled out towards second. Gorman bobbled it on the bare hand. That's a base hit for Nico.
So Nico is 2 for 2. Excellent speed. He's always got the green light. 18 stolen bases this year. Swanson at the plate. Nico goes. The pitch low and outside. The throw to second. Nowhere near in time as Nico slides in safely head first style. Stolen base number 19 on the year for Nico.
He had a running start. I'm surprised that Burleson, the first baseman, didn't yell out to his pitcher, Gibson, because Nico was in no man's land about 30 feet off the bag at first.
The pitch to Swanson is fouled back out of play.
Maybe the crowd was so loud. Maybe you don't always hear your teammates when they're trying to yell.
That could be part of it. After every stolen base this season, a Turo Tire will make a donation to keeping families covered. The pitch. Swanson pops it up on the infield. Right side, Burleson racing down the first base line and makes the catch. Closer to home plate than first for out number 2. Now Pedro Armstrong will stand in. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1, 2 away. Last of the fourth, Nico Horner at second base. PCA with an RBI triple his last time up. Gibson looks at second and deals. Tap foul at the plate by Crow Armstrong, 0-1. And with that triple that PCA hit earlier, Scott Levy's Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin will donate to Northern Illinois Food Bank. Visit solvehungertoday.org. Infield back with the exception of the third baseman, Arenado. The pitch. Popped up. Shallow left. Coming in is Donovan, and he's got it for out number 3 as Nico is stranded at second base. We head to the fifth. The Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navient's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navient tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
Molly and Haw talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Huh?
All right, Zach. Tommy Pham will lead things off. Michael Ciani to follow. Here's a big chop over the mound. Tough play. Nico Horner has it. Quick throw to first to get him. Nico over on the shortstop side of the bag when he gloved that one, and the Cubs second baseman grabbed it. Did not hesitate before rifling it to first. One pitch, one away. Cubs lead 4-1, and the batter, Michael Ciani.
And that's where his shortstop background helps him. Ball took a high hop. He had to leap a little bit. Didn't panic. Fielded the ball and then made that strong throw to first base from the shortstop side.
Paredes in on the grass at third as Ciani takes a breaking ball strike. Each team with 4 hits if you're just joining us. All of the scoring in the first 2 innings. Cardinals got a run on a home run by Alec Burleson to right. There's a pitch down low. The Cubs answered right back. After Ian Happ walked in the bottom of the first inning against Kyle Gibson, Michael Busch drilled a towering home run to right center, and the Cubs have led ever since. His homer made it 2-1. It became 4-1 in the second inning. Pete Crow Armstrong a run-scoring triple and then scored on a squeeze bunt by Miguel Amaya. Cubs yesterday put 6 runs on the board and had 5 in the Thursday night win. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ciani fans for the second time, 2 down, and here is Mason Wynn.
A reminder, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because, Pat, it's only live once.
I've heard that, Zach. In fact, I've heard that from you and Ron Coomer. And I'm really believing it by now. Here is a pitch taken high for ball 1. Same 2 teams tomorrow night in the series finale. Part of the Sunday night game of the week. Wynn takes a strike. Pitching matchups, Justin Steele against Miles Michaelis. It gets underway at 6:10 Central Time. Now the 1-1. Wynn hits a sharp ground ball to second. Horner's got it, throws to first to get him. 1, 2, 3 for Jamison Tyone. We go to the bottom of inning number 5. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
And now, 2 pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Hey, Frank, a little birdie told me you don't need a satellite dish to get DirecTV.
What's little birdie? Was it Jimmy the Sparrow?
It's a figure of speech. Point is, you can stream DirecTV over the internet now.
Oh, sure. Next, you're going to tell me those big birds are made of metal and filled with people, right?
You mean airplanes?
Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Terms and restrictions apply.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
Winning!
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
"Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there."
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Sunday, August 18th is Harry Potter Day. The Cubs are celebrating throughout the ballpark with a special themed entertainment and fan activities. Fans who purchase at cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs and Harry Potter cap.
Thanks to Elise Menaker as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. First batter is Miguel Amaya. He put down a perfect squeeze bunt his first time. Picked up his 19th run batted in. The tall right-hander Kyle Gibson coming back 0-1. Takes outside for a ball. I was reading about the no-hitter last night. Blake Snell, a no-hitter at the Great American Ballpark. He's the reigning Cy Young Award winner in the National League. Pitched for San Diego a year ago. Here's a drive toward right field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Pham. Gets there near the track. Makes the catch. Out number one. Cubs lead 4-1. Bottom of the fifth inning. And Zach and Elise, I was interested to know that since the Cy Young Award was instituted back in 1956, only 5 reigning Cy Young winners have thrown no-hitters, and we saw one of them. Jake Arrieta was the Cy winner in 2015 and then pitched a no-no in Cincinnati in April of 2016. Ian Happ hits a high fly ball to shallow right. Pham is underneath it, pulls it down for out number 2. And the other 4, a pretty good group, I would say. Now, Blake Snell joins the group. Clayton Kershaw was a reigning Cy Young Award winner when he pitched one in 2014. And the other 2 by 2 of the all-time greats, Bob Gibson in 1971 and Sandy Koufax in 1964. Winning the Cy Young one year and pitching a no-hitter the next. Michael Busch batting. Takes a strike in the count 0-1.
What a list.
Yeah, we saw Jake Arrieta's. It was in Cincinnati in April. Little pop up into shallow right. Jason Hayward caught it, as I recall. Off-speed pitch down low, 1-1.
We're in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel fifth inning. Light up your senses.
Snell's first ever complete game in the big leagues. 202 starts before pitching a complete game. This delivery is inside 2-1.
That's just not something that's done anymore. Pitch count is so important. Threw 114 pitches last night, right?
Now Kyle Gibson, 2-1 pitch to Michael Busch. Michael lines one toward right center. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Pham cuts it off and holds into a single. Michael Busch continues to get some hits. He homered earlier. He singles here. Cubs lead 4-1. The batter, Seiya Suzuki.
Cubs are now right in the heart of their lineup. Sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
Busch being held by Burleson. Suzuki has struck out and grounded out. He'll take a strike. Cubs trying to make it 3 in a row over the Cardinals, trying to make it 4 in a row going back to the finale in Cincinnati on Wednesday night. And trying to make it 6 of their last 8. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, 0-2.
So counting today, Pat, over the last 4 games, the Cubs, from an offensive standpoint, have really started to produce. They've scored 28 runs with 21 extra base hits.
And the thing I like, Zach and Elise, is the runs early in a game. Here comes the 0-2. Suzuki swings and misses. We'll continue this discussion when we come back. Cubs don't score. It's on to inning number 6. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. The Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
And now, 2 pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
DirecTV gives you access to apps like Netflix and live sports right next to each other. I don't get it. Let me put it in pigeon terms. It's like that one amazing dumpster with the old fruits and cardboard all in one place.
How am I supposed to keep up with illustrative metaphors when you are making me so hungry?
Get live TV and streaming apps together without a satellite. Requires Gemini device and additional paid subscriptions to watch Netflix and other third-party apps. Terms and restrictions apply.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Ruth Fowler from Mount Prospect, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $100 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Ruth. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's.
Jamison Tyone seeking his 8th win of the year. Misses outside to Burleson. The next pitch low and in, 2-0. Burleson's first inning home run, the only Cardinal tally today. Cubs scored early with 2 in the first, a 2-run homer by Bush, and 2 in the second. Burleson takes a strike right down the middle. Second inning runs. Horner single, scored on a triple by Crow Armstrong, and then Crow Armstrong squeezed in by Miguel Amaya's bunt. Bouncer toward the middle, tough play, backhanded by Nico, plants the foot, throws to first to get him. There are very few plays these days where you see a ball hit to an infielder and you think he should have made that play, because almost every play in Nico's vicinity he's making.
Yeah, and he was playing in the hole there, playing Burleson to pull, so he had to range the other way to backhand it, but always under control.
Contreras hits a ground ball into left field, a base hit. Contreras grounding one between third and short. It is a base hit. Looking at the scorebook, though, impressively, Tyone has retired the leadoff batter in all 6 innings. It's always important.
Yeah, usually a recipe for success. Had a reminder, the first out sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Goldschmidt has struck out twice. Swings and fouls it away. But we were talking, or I was, I guess, about the early scoring in a ball game. I think that's very important, too. It not only gives your whole team confidence, it allows your starting pitcher to not worry about making that one mistake that might cost you the game.
Yeah, about tone, momentum, and I think even just adding on.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
So you have the first inning 2, add on in the second. I mean, ideally, you'd love to see them add on late here as well, and especially when they've been rolling, that's what they've been doing.
Good to see some Cubs offense. The pitching for the Cubs has really been pretty consistent all year long. The 0-2 fouled away. I was looking at the National League rankings. Of the 15 teams in the league, the Cubs have the fourth best team earned run average. The Cubs, however, in the bottom half in run scoring, 10th among the 15 teams. Short lead at first by Contreras. Goldschmidt waits for the pitch from Taillon. Hits a high fly ball to left, playable for Happ. Over toward the line, he will slap the leather on that one for out number 2. Goldschmidt retired. Now the Cardinals, Zach, we were looking at this earlier, in National League rankings, the Cardinals are 13th among the 15 teams in run scoring, which kind of surprises me, really, looking at their team. And they're 9th in team earned run average, which is also in the bottom half of the league. And yet here they are, 2 games above 500. So they've, in a sense, been an overachieving team.
They've been able to win some of those close games that the Cubs have not been able to win over the course of the season. I think in large part because of their all-star closer, Ryan Helsley.
Brendan Donovan bounces one past the mound, backhanded by Horner, bobbles. No play. Everybody is safe. Taillon reached for it, couldn't get a glove on it. Horner, ranging up the middle, the second baseman tried to backhand the ball. He was either going to step on the bag or try to step on the bag or just throw to first. He could do neither when he bobbled the ball. And the inning continues. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, with Brendan Donovan at first and Wilson Contreras at second. Nolan Arenado batting. So this discussion must include something about keeping the ball in the ballpark during his at-bat.
Certainly, plus to give Taillon a little bit of a breather. You mentioned it's a hot day here at Wrigley Field, and want to give him time to reset with 2 on and 2 out here for the Cardinals. One of the big keys for the Cubs in this series so far, the Cardinals, and this includes today, they're 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, 1 for 17 with runners in scoring position in this series.
That's always a key number, Zach. Good point. Nolan Arenado, the batter. That is a base hit, by the way, for Donovan a minute ago. Arenado taking a fastball right down the middle, 0-1.
Well, if you remember, too, in his last at-bat, Taillon fell behind 2-0, so maybe a conversation, too. Don't nibble here with guys on.
Arenado has singled and lined out to left. Takes another pitch in the strike zone, 0-2. Let's see if he can get him to chase something out of the zone. You know Arenado is thinking long ball. Maybe even with 2 strikes, he's still thinking long ball. Here's the pitch. Way outside, it's 1-2. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1, 6th inning, 2 outs, men at first and second. Arenado slightly open stance. Dangerous right-handed batter waiting. The pitch by Taillon. Line towards second. Nico Horner makes the catch. A soft line drive. Nico backpedaling, made an easy catch in shallow right center, and the Cardinals do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cubs 4, St. Louis 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it. with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
At Lowe's, save big every day. Right now, get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of Metabo HPT nails. And there's more. Save 10% on select shingles when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
It is Cody Bellinger leading off, and Isaac Paredes is on deck. Who's on Deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com.
Elise, thank you. Bellinger waits. Kyle Gibson still pitching for St. Louis. The tall, long-legged right-hander fires. A curveball swung on and missed. Fifth inning, it should be noted. Brought to you by Invesco QQQ Broadcast Booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs, Invesco QQQ. Bellinger has popped out and grounded out. Takes a slow curveball down low.
Belly, the designated hitter this afternoon, and designated hitters for the Cubs, Pat, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lisle showrooms.
Now the 1-1 from Gibson. Down low to Bellinger. Cubs trying to make it 4 consecutive wins. You never really feel secure in a game against St. Louis until you get up by about 8 or 9 runs. Bellinger lines one right to third, caught by Arenado. That's out number 1. Cubs leading 4-1. 6th inning, and the batter, Isaac Paredes.
A reminder that all opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
Paredes has lined to left and struck out. Gibson into his motion, and the first pitch. High fly ball to left, curling toward foul territory and dropping back out of play. This is quite a rivalry, though. Cubs and Cardinals. It dates all the way back to 1892. Next year, they will play a milestone game against one another. Right now, they've played 2,491 games. Number 2,500 coming up next year. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And I'm sure the Cardinals feel the same way. Whenever I get the schedule, the brand new schedule for a given year, I always look to see when the Cubs are going to be playing the Cardinals. Are they 3-game series? Are they 4-gamers? Are we going to play them late in the year, early in the year, whatever? Here's the 0-2. And Paredes takes outside for a ball.
One of the things I'd like to see Major League Baseball adjust, and I don't know if they can do this, but you see it in the NFL, where late in the year, the NFL prioritizes divisional matchups late in the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not right that the Cubs and Cardinals are not playing in September.
This ball is outside. Tomorrow night, Zach, their final game of the year, regular season, against each other. They could see each other in the playoffs. Justin Steele against Miles Michaelis tomorrow at 6:10. I think fans would agree with you, Zach. Here's the pitch. Low and outside.
And to be fair, I understand that the schedule has changed now because you play every single team in the majors with this new schedule over the last 2 years. And I like that too.
Kyle Gibson delivers. Chopper foul. In all of the games against each other, the Cubs have 53 more wins against St. Louis, dating back to 1892. Didn't even have automobiles in that day. Now the 3-2. Fouled away again.
I've never asked you this. In your time, all the Cubs-Cardinals matchups that you've called, which game is your favorite?
That's a quick answer. The playoffs of 2015 in the National League Division Series, the Cubs winning 3 out of the 4 games, and the clinching game was right here at Wrigley. That would be my immediate answer. And here's a little broken back ground ball toward third and foul. That bat sounded like it shattered, and he'll get some new lumber. But just the atmosphere in the ballpark was incredible. And I think near the end of the game, I said something like, Cub fans, I wish every one of you could be right here at this moment because it was such a special experience.
You felt goosebumps at that moment.
I still do. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way, Zach. 3-2 on Paredes. Cubs on top, 4-1. 1 away, 6th inning. Here's a drive foul off to the left and back out of play.
But it was so fitting as the Cubs ascended to that next level that they went through the Cardinals.
But there have been so many great ball games, regular season between the two. Here comes the 3-2 to Paredes, a swing and a miss. Boy, what a lengthy battle they had. That was about an 11-pitch plate appearance for Isaac Paredes. He's out on strikes, but he really made Gibson work harder than he wanted to. 2 down, and the batter, Nico Horner. Let's see if Nico can get on, because then he might think about stealing a bag in a spot like this.
The pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game.
Horner with a couple of singles in this game. His average at 258. Slightly open stance. Arenado deep at third. Nico waiting for the 1-0. Chops it foul at the plate, 1-1.
What's interesting is with this defensive alignment on the infield that the Cardinals have, and you rarely see teams play Nico this way. They're playing him to pull.
Nico very much a spray hitter. Most teams, I think, would be inclined to play him straight up and not favor him to pull or hit to the other field. Here comes the 1-1. That's a good fastball, strike 1-2. Nico's hits today, a single to center, a sharp ground ball in the second, and an infield single in the fourth. And the 1-2 from Gibson drops outside. Gibson now at 82 pitches for the day. Cubs in a stretch of playing a lot of days consecutively. This is their 9th straight day of baseball. And the 2-2 pulled foul. It'll be 13 days before it ends after the series with Minnesota.
Yeah, the Cardinals are currently going through a stretch of 16 in a row. They've actually gone to a 6-man rotation to compensate.
Now the 2-2 from Kyle Gibson to Nico Horner. Off the outside, ball 3-2.
Pat, the veteran left-hander Drew Smiley is up in the Cubs bullpen warming up. Jamison Tyone has thrown 88 pitches this afternoon.
And the 3-2 hit in the air to left. Back goes Donovan near the track, makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We go to inning number 7. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Laugh the night away with Tim Dillon as Rivers Casino Des Plaines welcomes him to the Event Center on Saturday, November 2nd. Dillon's clever social commentary and witty satire has secured him a spot as one of the nation's top comedic voices. The Event Center is the perfect intimate venue to see comedian, author, and wildly popular podcast host Tim Dillon. Tickets for November 2nd are on sale now at riverscasino.com. See riverscasino.com for details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
4-1 Cubs over the Cardinals as we get set for the top half of the 7th inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Pat Hughes, Zach Zaidman in for Coombe. Elise Menaker is along. Our engineer is Paul Zarang. It's the Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals as we begin the top of the 7th inning. There's a new man on the mound for the Cubs. Veteran left-hander Drew Smiley takes over for the starter, Jamison Tyone. The batter is Nolan Gorman, left-handed hitting second baseman for St. Louis. First pitch on the way. That's up high for a ball as Smiley misses with a fastball, 1-0 the count. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Smiley has been fantastic this season. The pitch is a called strike. Fastball on the outer half, 1-1 the count. Smiley with an ERA of 2.53 in 30 games this season for the Cubs. The next pitch is a strike, 1-2. Another fastball at the knees from Smiley.
Nice to have veterans in your bullpen, Zach.
The Cubs have had one of the best bullpens in baseball since early July when it comes to ERA. It took a while for everyone to discover the role that they needed to play as that pitch is in the dirt. A knuckle curve that missed, 2-2 now on Gorman. But once Craig Counsell and Tommy Hotovy were able to navigate through the injuries in that bullpen, and everyone started to feel comfortable with a particular role, they've taken off. Now the 2-2. Gorman grounds one to second, fielded between the legs by Horner. His throw to first in time. One away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity, because it's only live once.
Behind Smiley, right-hander Porter Hodge starting to get loose just in case.
Jamison Tyone with a quality start this afternoon, bouncing back from that rough outing in Cincinnati on Monday. The batter, Tommy Pham, swing and a miss. 0-1, laid on a sinking fastball from Smiley, clocked at 93 miles per hour. Cubs with a 4-1 lead. And the pitch. Foul back by Pham in the hole, 0-2.
Zach, the 7th inning stretch coming up, sponsored by Volvo Plug-in Hybrid Vehicles. Electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more.
Former Notre Dame head coach of basketball, Digger Phelps, will conduct the stretch here this afternoon. As that pitch misses low, 1-2 the count on Pham. Lefty-righty matchup. Smiley works his motion and the pitch. Low, 2-2. Tyone giving up just 1 run on 6 hits and 6 innings of work. Did not walk a batter. Struck out 4. Worked into and out of a number of jams. The pitch. Pop foul out of play by Pham. Second deck off to the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Pat, quality starts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. See quality come to life with Benjamin Moore paints in 3,500 colors. Visit BenjaminMoore.com for a location near you. Now, the 2-2. Up high. Full count. Pham, a right-handed hitter who hits out of an extreme crouch, feet spread wide apart. The payoff pitch. A bouncing ball up the middle, backhanded by Horner behind the bag. His throw across in time. Pham's retired, 2 away. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals. They're in the 7th inning. It'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Michael Ciani, the center fielder.
Nico's had a busy day. 6 balls hit in his direction, 5 grounders, and 1 line drive. He's handled all of them.
Ciani has struck out twice this afternoon. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the pitch is in there for a strike. A slow-moving knuckle curve that floated in the zone, 0-1. The next pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2, another knuckle curve. And with 2 strikes, Paredes, the third baseman, will drop back. He was playing on the edge of the infield grass. The 0-2 deliver. A swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Tag applied by Amaya. That is strike 3. And the Cardinals go down in order here on the top of the 7th. Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis. It is time to stretch here at Wrigley Field. And conducting the stretch is former Notre Dame basketball coach Digger Phelps.
All right, Cub fans, are you ready? Are you really ready? Well, we're not just going to sing this song today for Harry Carey. We're also going to sing it for Ernie Banks. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we never get back, 'cause we'll root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get the job done. Win this game.
Cubs fans, Jameson Tyone here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
Dansby Swanson leads off the bottom of the 7th inning by hitting a high fly ball to center field. And Ciani makes the catch for out number 1. Now the batter is Pete Crow Armstrong, and he's first pitch swinging and fouls it back off the screen, 0-1. It's the Cubs with a 4-1 lead over St. Louis, here with a 1 away in the last of the 7th. Pete Crow Armstrong, one of the reasons why he had an RBI triple in a 2-run second inning for the Cubs, the 0-1. Swinging a tap foul at the plate, 0-2, and then Crow Armstrong came home on a squeeze bunt by Miguel Amaya.
Left-handed pitcher John King getting ready in the Cardinal bullpen, Zach.
Now Right-hander Porter Hodge continues to throw in the Cubs pen as Crow Armstrong in the hole 0-2. Kyle Gibson works his motion. And the pitch. Low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Zach, on that triple, MLB Pipeline tweeting home to second, PCA's time, 7.64 seconds. Home to third, 11.25. That's a 99th percentile.
That's quick.
That's quick.
That's elite speed. Pitch low. Thanks, Elise. 2-2 the count now on Crow Armstrong. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. PCA waits. The 2-2. Foul back off the screen. They'll do it again.
As Elise was saying that, I was looking at the distance. You've got 90 feet, which is 30 yards between each base. That's 90 yards and not in a straight line. You're having to turn the corner twice. To do that in 11 seconds?
Yeah, there are a few like PCA. Here comes the 2-2 to Crow Armstrong. A bouncing ball hit on the right side, fielded on a high hop behind the bag by Burleson. The underhand toss to the pitcher, Gibson covering in time to get Crow Armstrong 2 away. So here comes Miguel Amaya. Cubs with a 4-1 advantage over St. Louis here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Zach, we are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Invesco QQQ. Nice to have them along.
What a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here on the north side of Chicago. Sunny, 87 degrees. Wind blowing from right to left as we speak. Here in the last of the 7th inning. As Kyle Gibson deals, Maya chops it foul off to the left. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Maya has an RBI from that bunt earlier in the game. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. 4-1 Cubs, 2 away, bottom of the 7th inning. Now the pitch. Foul back. That one almost hit Ian Happ, standing right near the on-deck circle along the third base line. And Happ has what Kuhn would call a lot more courage than I have, because he didn't even move and he saw the ball heading his way. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Amaya chases a slider way off the outside. That ends the 7th inning. We head to the 8th. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1 on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Pat?
Porter Hodge, Elise, is now pitching. I'm looking at his numbers. 19 games, a 2.05 ERA, 25 strikeouts in just 19 innings of work. Hodge working on Mason Wynn to lead off the 8th inning. Wynn, Burleson, and Contreras. If anybody gets on, Goldschmidt will bat. Cubs leading 4-1, a lead that they've had ever since the 2nd inning. Mason Wynn swings and misses, and the count 1-1. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. The 1-1 poked foul down the right field line, back out of play. All of the scoring in the first 2 innings. Cardinals got a run in the first. Alec Burleson with a homer to right. Cubs answered right back. There's a pop fly. This is going to be an easy play in shallow right center. Nico Horner is there. He's got it. Out number 1. Cubs answered back in the bottom of the first inning after Ian Happ walked against Kyle Gibson. Michael Busch hit a towering home run to right center to give the Cubs a 2-1 lead, and they've led ever since. They scored 2 more in the 2nd inning. Nico Horner singled and scored on a triple by Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong then was promptly squeezed in by Miguel Amaya with a very effective bunt. And pretty much since then, the pitchers have dominated. Here's the 1-0 to Burleson. It's high for ball 2.
And Pat, the first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
It's a very good point, Zach. It is only live once. The pitch to Burleson, stroked foul to the opposite field, out of play. No wonder you're in such a jovial mood here, Zach. You're the winner today in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. And more exultation in the background. Burleson takes high. The actual figure, it's a whopper. That's what it just says here. They spelled the word whopper. 40,073. 40,073. Called strike 2, 1-2 on Burleson. So Zach was the closest in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. And the 3-2 is high. You don't want to do that. It's a base on balls. You got the big boys coming up with Contreras and Goldschmidt. The Cub lead is 3. Hodge, big, strong right-hander, will work out of the stretch. Contreras 1 for 3 in the game. Wilson takes down low.
And we've been monitoring the wind pattern all afternoon long. Now it's blowing straight in. For a while, it was blowing from right to left.
Contreras takes inside. Did he get hit by the pitch? Yes, he did. He got grazed in the left hand. I don't know if the Cubs are going to challenge that or not. I don't think they will. It was an inside pitch. He twisted away. It hit him right on the top of the back of his left hand. He was wearing a glove. He does not seem to be in any pain at first. But now you've got 2 men on with only 1 away. Tommy Hotovy out to talk to Porter Hodge, and they are discussing exactly how to work to Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake here with Goldschmidt at the plate. He's got 32 home runs in 131 career games against the Cubs.
Today, he's been quiet. Goldschmidt, nothing for 3. Jamison Tyone did some of his best work against Goldschmidt. Struck him out twice and retired him once on a fly ball to left. So now the ball game on the line, 8th inning. Goldschmidt the tying run at the plate. And he will take a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Burleson the runner at second. Contreras at first. Goldschmidt checks. Did he go? No swing. It's 1-1. A slider that dipped low and away.
And we mentioned this statistic a little bit earlier. With runners in scoring position, the Cardinals have struggled mightily in this series. 0 for 5 today, 1 for 18 in the series.
The dangerous Goldschmidt, tall and strong, about 6'3", 235 pounds. And the pitch, he swings and bounces one to third. It's foul. Foul ball. Now it's 1-2. Paredes playing deep behind the bag at third. He grabbed it, and he wasn't going to wait for the umpire to say fair or foul. He started sprinting toward the bag, but then he realized it was a foul ball, and clearly it was. Cubs 4, Cardinals 1, top of the 8th inning with one away and runners at first and second. And the 1-2 to Goldschmidt. Inside. Goldschmidt didn't make any dramatic effort to avoid being hit by that pitch. What I'm saying is, if it would have hit him, it would not have broken his heart. It's 2-2. Fly ball to center, well hit on the run. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Moving toward left center, out number 2, hard hit ball. Crow Armstrong got a good read on it, though.
That slider before that almost hit Goldschmidt set up that 96-mile-per-hour blazing fastball for Goldschmidt.
Now the left-handed batting Brendan Donovan steps in. 2 down. Bouncing ball toward third. Paredes will glove it. Long throw to first, and it's a wild throw. A run will score. Runners will advance to second and third. Paredes made an ill-advised throw. He was aggressive, thinking about making the play, but he really had no chance to get anybody. He tried to throw to first, hurried the throw, and made a wild throw way over the head of Bush. And now it's a 4-2 ball game, and runners at second and third with 2 down.
Yep, ill-advised throw, and they were going to give.
Absolutely.
They're going to give a hit there on the play and an error.
Nolan Arenado at the plate. Potential tying run now at second base. So they did say hit and an error, Zach?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's the way I would agree with it. Hit and E5. Arenado 1 for 3. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good high fastball, 1-1. Now the ball game really on the line. 8th inning, 2 down. Cubs clinging to a 4-2 lead. Runners at second and third. They've got their leads. And the pitch to Arenado. Fly ball, shallow center. Corner going out and calling. Nico's there. And it falls in for a base hit. Crow Armstrong came in. There was confusion between Horner and Crow Armstrong. And the ball game is tied 4-4. Nico looked like he was calling, and then he thought that he heard Crow Armstrong calling him off. So Nico bailed out, and Crow Armstrong then belatedly tried to make a running shoestring catch and could not do it. And the ball game is tied at 4. And Nolan Gorman, the batter, swings and fouls it away. I'm waiting to see how they scored it. It was a catchable ball by either man. Horner appeared to be calling, and he was ready but he might have heard Crow Armstrong yelling. The crowd was making some noise. They might not have heard each other.
That has to be the only explanation because Nico was right under it. It looked like he was just waiting for it to come down and make the catch. And at the last second, he bailed out. And Pete Crow Armstrong had to make one of those awkward sliding moves to make a shoestring catch. And the ball dropped.
I believe they have given Arenado a 2-run single. We'll sort out the scoring. The Cardinals get even. A 3-run rally. The Cubs charged with only 1 error in the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, so it's a brand new ball game. Cubs 4, Cardinals 4 here in the 8th inning on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Pat, the Cubs have gone 15 consecutive games without committing an error until yesterday. They managed to win yesterday's ball game, but 2 big defensive miscues today, including an error by Isaac Paredes in the top of the 8th.
Ian Happ leads off the bottom of the 8th inning, hits a high pop fly shallow right, coming in as Pham and making the catch. Lars Nootbaar is the new center fielder. The new pitcher, left-hander JoJo Romero. Happ is out number 1, game tied 4-4, and the batter, instead of Michael Busch, it'll be Patrick Wisdom. Last Saturday night in Kansas City, a week ago tonight, Wisdom had that dramatic pinch hit grand slam. Since then, the Cubs have won 5 of 7. And let's see if he can come through right now against JoJo Romero.
Wisdom has 6 career pinch hit home runs, Pat. 6.
Ball game tied at 4. Wisdom will take a fastball strike. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game Ball player. Coming up in the 9th inning, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Wisdom takes a backdoor hook for a strike. 0-2. Cardinals out hitting the Cubs 8-5. Ball game tied at 4. 1 away, 8th inning, nobody on. Wisdom takes inside. That ball bounced up and took a bite out of the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner. It just missed hitting Wisdom. The ball bounced about 3 feet in front of home plate, maybe even 5 feet in front of home plate. I'm not even sure that ball made it to the dirt. I think that pitch actually hit the grass, which is a full 10 to 12 feet out in front of home plate.
A little wild.
Now the 1-2 from Romero. Wisdom strikes out swinging, and that's out number 2. 2 gone. It's up to Seiya Suzuki. Romero, 47 games. He's pitched very well. ERA of less than 2.5. 4 wins and 1 loss. Suzuki swings away and fouls it away.
Mentioned earlier how the Cubs bullpen has been very good since early July. Well, the Cardinals are number 8 in the majors in relief pitching ERA.
Suzuki takes outside. That wind, I always keep an eye on the flags. It looks like it has changed again and is blowing toward left field. And Suzuki takes low and inside, 2-1. Straightaway left might be your best bet to have the wind give your fly ball a boost. A 2-1 from the lefty, Romero. Curve down low, 3-1. Cody Bellinger on deck. Andrew Kittredge, a right-hander throwing in the St. Louis bullpen. Hector Neris getting ready in the Cubs pen. Swinging a pop fly shallow right. Coming in is Pham near the line. Easy play, out number 3. Cubs do nothing in the 8th. We go to the 9th inning. It's a nail-biter. Cubs 4, Cardinals 4. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Cody Bellinger here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Your out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 8-3, and early in this one, but the Nationals are up 4-0 on Milwaukee after an inning.
Here it's a 4-4 tie, Elise. Thank you. Elise Menaker, a member of the Cornell Athletic Hall of Fame. With Zach Zaidman, Pat Hughes at Wrigley. Ron Coomer is fine, just enjoying the day off. Our great engineer at the controls, Paul Zarang. So a typical Cubs-Cardinals game in many respects. Some unusual plays and a tie game as we start the 9th inning. Tommy Pham first up against Hector Neris. And he will take a fastball away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pham is 1 for 3 in the game. Lars Nootbaar is on deck. Pham hits a fly ball to left. Pretty well hit. Back goes Happ near the wall. Happ crashes into the wall. The ball falls on the track. Pham is going for 3. The throw to third, not in time. Happ made a leaping try, crashed into the wall, and the ball fell free. Happ might be shaken up. It's a 3-base hit for Tommy Pham to lead off this 9th inning. Happ almost made a sensational play. Again, we mentioned the wind blowing the ball out toward left. Great effort by Ian. He's okay walking away. But the Cardinals have the go-ahead run at third with nobody out here in the 9th inning.
That was a hard-hit line drive by Tommy Pham. Exit velocity 100-plus miles per hour. Just to the left of the garage doors where the Cubs bullpen is. Happ was streaking toward the wall. He leaped. It hit just over the top of his glove as it banged into the wall. And now Pham at third.
Lars Nootbaar batting for the first time, swings and misses. Watching the replay, he never did have the ball secured in the glove. I thought he might have before he banged into that wall, but he did not. 3-base hit for Pham. Infield in. Neris fires. Here's a roller foul past first. So now the Cardinals with the momentum. They scored 3 runs in the 8th inning. Cubs with some wobbly defense in that frame. And now a tie ball game in the 9th with nobody out and a man at third. The 0-2 to Nootbaar. Fly ball right center. It'll drive in the run. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Tommy Pham. And the Cardinals lead 5-4. Nootbaar, the sacrifice fly. 1 down in the inning, and the batter Mason wins. St. Louis with their first lead since they led Thursday night's game in the 9th inning. Check it. They did have a brief 1-0 lead today in the first. Mason Wynn takes ball 1. 5-4 Cardinals. No surprise that Ryan Helsley, their closer, is getting loose in their bullpen. Next pitch to Wynn is outside 2-0. Now the 2-0. Fouled away by Wynn. Cubs are going to need some offense in the bottom of the 9th inning. They've got Cody Bellinger due up, Isaac Paredes to follow, and Nico Horner to bat third. If anybody gets on, Dansby Swanson will bat. Wynn takes outside 3-1. The next offering is a strike, 3-2. Cardinals out hitting the Cubs 9-5. Lead 5-4 in the 9th. Ground ball right side. Diving stop by Wisdom at first. Takes it to the bag. Beautiful play. Wisdom stayed in the game after pinch hitting. Just took an extra base hit away from Mason Wynn with a diving stop. Wynn with his speed almost certainly would have had a double. Wisdom able to make the diving stop and then get up and run over and step on the bag. 3 unassisted. Good play.
And Pat, that reminds me, we need a catch of the game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Catch Fair Fever at the Iowa State Fair, August 8th through the 18th. Plan your best days ever at iowastatefair.org. You go with that play or the diving catch by Ian Happ earlier in the game. in the second inning.
Here's a ground ball to second base. Horner will throw to first to get Burleson. But the Cardinals have the lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. St. Louis 5, Cubs 4. The Cubs need a rally. Let's see if they can do it when we come back on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances fit most standard kitchen layouts. That means less stress for you and more time to get the job done right. Shop in-store or online today because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
The at our best moment of the game. Let's see if it happens right here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. Cody Bellinger will lead off the bottom of the ninth inning. The Cardinals lead 5-4. Ryan Helsley delivers. The ball lifted into shallow left. A pop fly. Mason Wynn over, and the shortstop makes the catch. Bellinger retired on the first pitch. One away, and here's Isaac Paredes.
Anytime a Cub is safe at the plate, it's sponsored by Grainger. Think safety, think Grainger.
Helsley 33 out of 36 in save conversions. One that he squandered was the first game of this series. Here is Paredes. Nothing for three. Isak will take a strike. Paredes would love to atone for that throwing error that he made back in the eighth inning. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a drive down the left field line. It's curling and going foul. 0-2. St. Louis 5, Cubs 4, bottom of the ninth, one down, nobody on. Nico Horner is on deck. Cubs scored 3 in the ninth inning on Thursday to beat Ryan Helsley. Now the 0-2 is swinging a foul back. In that inning, Cody Bellinger had a home run. Dansby Swanson a game-tying run-scoring double. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way outside for a ball, 1-2.
And then Mike Talkman with the walk-off hit.
Inch hit. Right down the line and left. A ball and 2 strikes. The hard-throwing right-hander Helsley fires. Low for a ball. Helsley's a big man, 6'1", 235, an Oklahoma man out of Tahlequah. Cubs down by a run. One away, bottom of the 9th inning, and the 2-2. Fouled away. Paredes having some good swings.
Lunged at a slider off the outside. Foul it off. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
Paredes still looking for that first home run in a Cubs uniform. I can't think of a better moment than right now. And the 2-2. A swing and a liner towards short, caught by a Wynn, out number 2. Soft line drive, and now the Cubs are down to their last chance. Nico Horner due up. Dansby Swanson on deck. The wind very changeable at Wrigley. Now the wind is blowing in from center. Nico with 2 hits today. Hits a fly ball to center. Nootbaar is going to make the catch, and the ball game is over. The Cubs let one slip away today. The Cardinals, with 3 in the 8th inning and 1 in the 9th, beat the Cubs by a score of 5-4. Back with the totals right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
At Lowe's, save big every day. Right now, get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of Metabo HPT nails. And there's more. Save 10% on select shingles when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve, is Michael Busch today, who had 2 hits, including a 2-run home run for the Cubs in the first. And the toast of the game is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs, and the toast of the game goes to starter Jameson Taillon, who had a quality start, giving up just 1 run in 6 innings of work. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Very tough loss for the Cubs. They had a 4-1 lead going into the 8th inning, but Cardinals got 3 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to win it by a score of 5-4. For St. Louis, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Cubs, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher Jojo Romero, 5-1 for St. Louis. Hector Neris gave up the run in the 9th inning, and he absorbs the loss and is 8-4. The save for Ryan Helsley, his 34th of the year. in front of a Wrigley Field crowd of 40,073. Very, very tough loss. Some final thoughts from our crew here. Elise, the Cubs had it. It looked like they were going to make it another win, but it was just not meant to be today.
Isn't baseball such a funny thing because you have such a high feeling to start this series, and then, you know, they score 3 in the 9th to win it, and today the Cardinals score 3 in the 8th, and the Cubs lose it.
Yeah, I think the thing that stings about that 8th inning is a lot of it was self-inflicted with the 2 defensive mistakes, one an error and the other the misplay in center field. And the Cubs end up losing this game, but a chance to take the series tomorrow night here against the Cardinals.
And that is a night game, thanks to Elise and thanks to Zach filling in for Ron Coomer. We hope you can join us tomorrow. It's a night game at 6:10. Justin Steele pitching for the Cubs and Miles Michaelis, the veteran right-hander, starting for the Cardinals. Thanks to Paul Zarang, our great engineer, for a job well done. Again, thanks to Zach Zidman and Elise Menaker. It's Pat Hughes saying thank you for listening and goodbye from beautiful and historic Wrigley Field in Chicago. Again, the final today, the St. Louis Cardinals 5 and the Chicago Cubs 4. This has been a presentation of The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. Chicago Cubs baseball on WSCR 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network has been presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Sigler Subaru of Kenosha, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows the feeling of finishing a kitchen renovation strong. That's why we stock the high-quality appliances pros look for from brands like Amana. When you need them, we've got them in stock and ready to deliver. Plus, Amana appliances